One question that we often ask ourselves, no matter what age we are, is, how can I lead a happy life? But instead of searching for answers on how to be happy, the key question that we should ask is the exact opposite. How can I lead a life full of misery? This is applying the mental model of inversion or thinking in reverse. So it's basically about flipping the question around so that you can get a better perspective of the issue. So going back to what I read from Charlie Munger, this is exactly what Charlie Munger has enlightened Harvard's graduating class of 1986, how to guarantee misery. So let's turn back the time and imagine that we are all sitting down in Harvard's graduating class of 1986 and pretend that we're listening to Charlie Munger's speech. So here are the 4 prescriptions of misery from Munger. Firstly, be unreliable. Do not faithfully do what you have engaged to do. Do not match your words with your actions. Always overpromise and underdeliver. Charlie Munger also used the story of the tortoise and the hare to demonstrate how unreliable people fare. He said that instead of being outrun by one fine turtle, if you're unreliable, you will be outrun by herds and herds of mediocre turtles, even by some mediocre turtles on crutches. Secondly, do not learn from others' mistakes. Do not learn from the masters or the best work done before you. Do not learn from other people's mistakes and failures. Charlie Munger also said that the common disasters of mankind, such as drunk driving, reckless driving, and business failures, happen due to repeating obvious mistakes done by predecessors. Minimize vicarious learning of good and bad from others, and this is a sure shot producer of misery and second-rate achievement. Quoting from Munger, he says that, you can see the results of not learning from others' mistakes by simply looking at yourself. The third way to guarantee a life full of misery is to let life knock you down. Life is going to throw you random curveballs at times. When you face challenges and adversities, refuse to stand back up. Do not learn how to handle mistakes and failures. In fact, be like the defeated lobster, according to Jordan Peterson's analogy. And also, go down and stay down when you get your first, second, or third severe reverse in the battle of life. Last but not least, the 4th way to guarantee a life full of misery is to let addiction take over. Ingest chemicals that alters your mood and behavior. Charlie Munger also shared his personal experience. He says that the 4 closest friends of my youth were highly intelligent, ethical, humorous types, favored in person and background. 2 are long dead, with alcohol a contributing factor, and a 3rd is a living alcoholic, if you call that living. Although your level of susceptibility is different in terms of how much chemicals you ingest and how much it actually alters your mood and your behavior, anyone can be prone to addiction, because the chains of habits are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. So in summary, here are the 4 things to avoid that Munger says guarantees a miserable life. Number 1, be unreliable. Next, do not learn from others and past mistakes. Let life knock you down and let addiction take over. To conclude, Charlie Munger actually ended the Harvard speech with the following: Gentlemen, may each of you rise high by spending each day of a long life aiming low. Thanks for listening, and as usual, I hope you find this useful.